Hey, welcome back to this channel where we talk about everything that has to do with international passport, DIY, travel abroad, make money, business, etc. Alright, and today, like I said, I'm going to be strictly talking about international passport application for children, all of the documents required so that you do not miss out on any of it. So if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please take out a second to do all of that. Hit on the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification button so that you get notified every single time I drop a video on this channel. Alright, also tap on the share button to share to your friends or to people around you that might be needing this video. When you do all of these things I just mentioned, it helps the algorithm to show it to even a wider audience that would also be benefiting from this video and from this channel in general. So without wasting much time, let's just get straight into it. The first thing on the list is NIN, National Identification Number. Alright, before you apply for a child, even if it is a month-old baby, that baby is expected to have a national identification number. Yes, you as a parent cannot use your NIN for your child. You as a guardian cannot use your NIN digits for a child during passport application. Everybody, so long as you are an individual, you are expected to have your own NIN before you can successfully apply for an international passport, regardless of how many years old you are or how many months old you are. And without that, it is going to be impossible to get through that first stage. All right. Now, the second thing on the list is national identification certificate. Yes, even as a child, so long as the person is from 0 year old or 1 month old or 1 week old to 17 years, that individual is considered a minor, and they are expected also to have their local government identification certificate. But the good thing about this part is that even if that child does not have their own identification certificate, you as a father or you as a dad can use yours to substitute for that particular document if that child does not have theirs already. But if they already have it, then that is even perfect. You can go ahead to use it. All right. Now the next on the list is birth certificate. This particular document is as important as the NIN I mentioned at first, and it cannot be neglected, it cannot be ignored or replaced with any other person's document. And another important thing you need to note about the birth certificate is that it must be coming from NPC. And NPC here means National Population Commission. So if that birth certificate is just coming from a private hospital or government hospital or wherever that is not National Population Commission as a body, it is not going to be accepted for that application process. So put that under consideration before you begin that process so that you don't go and stress yourself for nothing. All right. Another important document you need to have as a minor or as a parent applying for a minor is proof of citizenship of the parent. Yes, so you need to present your document of citizenship. You need to show that you are actually a citizen of Nigeria before you can be able to apply for that child that you are currently planning or about to apply for. And this proof of identification could be your international passport, your voter's card, your driving license, or your NIN. Any of these ones can stand as an identification certificate of guardian or of a parent. Okay. Moving over to the next and the last on the list is consent letter from the parent of this particular child or minor that is applying. This is to ensure that you as a parent or a guardian of this minor, that you are not just aware, but you're also in support of this application for the said child. So all of these things I mentioned are the important, in fact, are the exact documents that you'll be needing if you want to apply for a child or for someone below the age of 18 years in Nigeria. Of course, coupled with your payment receipt after the application is completed, the application form and the appointment slip, but all of those ones are coming directly from immigration, so you don't need to worry about that. But these other ones I just mentioned are the important, most necessary documents that will be requested of you that if you do not have, it could be a very big problem and can even prevent you from completing that application. So before I end this video, let's just have a quick recap so that you don't forget anything or miss out on something I've already mentioned before. First things first, you need to have a NIN slip, NIN number. That child you're applying for must have, in fact, it's must, the word is must, have NIN, their own NIN digits, not the father's own, not the mother's own, not the sibling own, but his or her own as an individual. And the second on the list is the local government identification certificate. The third document here is the birth certificate, and remember I said it must be from NPC before it can be accepted or approved. Now the next on the list, which is also very, very important, is the evidence of citizenship of the parents. Right, you need to provide any of the documents I initially mentioned. It could be your NIN, it could be your international passport, your voter's card, or your driving license to show or to prove that you're actually a citizen of Nigeria before you can successfully apply for your child. All right, now the next here is letter of consent. Of course, you need to approve, you need to show that you are aware and that you are approving of this child getting his or her international passport. Okay, and one last thing you should also know is that as a mom applying for a child, if your surname is different from the surname the child is bearing, probably when you got married, you did not change your surname to your husband's name, that automatically means that your surname is different from the child's name. In that case, you'll be required or you'll be requested to provide your marriage certificate to prove or to show that you are actually married to the father, which now validates the difference in the surname. So you need to present your marriage certificate in order to ensure that that application is successful. Okay, we've finally come to the end of this video. Hope you found value. Hope you've been able to know all of the required documents for a minor to successfully have a seamless application, right? So just before you start, make sure you gather all of these documents. Like I always say, make sure that everything is ready before you start, so that you don't start running helter-skelter at the point of uploading or at the point where you are requested to present these documents. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to like this video. Share it to people who are going to definitely be needing it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.